is this cute wheel featuring puff stitches in the middle. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the granite wheel. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some acrylic yarn size 4. All right, so you're going to start with a slip knot, and we're going to start with a base ring. For a base ring, you want to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to close this base ring by doing a slip stitch into the very first chain of the row of the foundation chain. So into that chain, we pull through and do our slip stitch. And that's our base ring. We're going to be working into the center of it. Now for row 1, you want to chain 1 and then do 12 single crochets into the ring. So for a single crochet, we insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both. So that's my first one, second, third. I'm going to do a total of 12 and I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished my 12th single crochet. So now we're going to finish this off by doing a slip stitch into the very first single crochet. So the very first one that you did, you're going to do a slip stitch. And there we go. And that there is the end of row 1. For row 2, we're going to chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. And now we're going to do 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So into the next single crochet, a double crochet. And now we're going to start the row repeat. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and do 1 double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So into the next stitch, a double crochet, and into the next stitch, a double crochet. And that ends the row repeat. We want to do this 4 more times. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do a double crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. So 1 and 2. And there we go. That's the row repeat. We're going to do it all the way around. So 3 more times. I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, so I just came all the way around. As you can see, I have I'm going to call these clusters, the 2 double crochets. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters. So we're going to finish off this row by doing a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then doing a slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that you started with. So 1, 2, 3, into that third chain, a slip stitch. And this here is the end of row 2. For row 3, we're going to do a slip stitch into the next double crochet and chain 3 space. So into the next stitch here, a slip stitch, and then into the next chain space, a slip stitch. We want to start basically from this positioning. And so now we're going to chain, do 2 half double crochets together into this same chain space, which counts as a puff stitch. So for a half double crochet together, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook around the chain space, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, and then do that again 1 more time. Yarn over, go into the same chain space, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the loops. And that's basically your puff stitch. Now we're going to continue on. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we want to do a puff stitch into the same space. For a puff stitch, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, and do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn, pull up a loop. That's 2. Yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop. That's 3. Yarn over and pull through all the loops. And that's our puff stitch. And now we can start the row repeat. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then into the next chain space, we're going to do the following. A puff stitch. So yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, and do that 3 times total. That's my second. That's my third. Yarn over, pull through all the loops. After this puff stitch, I chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now into the same space, another puff stitch. So yarn over, insert our hook, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, a total of 3 times. This is my second. This is my third. Yarn over, pull through all of the loops. And so that's your second puff stitch into the chain space and ends the row repeat. So we're going to do that again one more time. The row repeat starts at a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we move on to the next chain space. Into it, we're going to do a puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3. Grab the yarn and pull through all the loops. A chain 4. And then another puff stitch into the same chain space. So pull up 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all the loops. And that's what you want to do all the way around. So I'll see you when you're done. Okay, so I just did my last puff stitch here. And so to finish off this row, we're going to do a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do a slip stitch on top of the first puff stitch. So the first puff stitch here, on top of it, just do a slip stitch. And this here is the end of row 3. For row 4, we're going to chain 1. And into the next chain space, which is this one here, we're going to do the following. 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. A chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 2 single crochets into the same space. 1 and 2. And that's what we want to do into each of the spaces, the chain spaces of the row. So we're going to do it again a couple times together into the next chain 4 space, 2 single crochets, a chain 3, and then 2 single crochets. That's what you want to do all the way around. Let's do it again one more time into the next chain 4 space, 2 single crochets, a chain 3, 2 single crochets. So let's do this all the way around. I'll see you when you're done. Okay, I just want to show you my very last repetition here. I'm at the last chain space and I'm just going to repeat that. So 2 single crochets, chain 3, and my last 2 single crochets. And we're going to finish this off by doing a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet of the row. So into that first single crochet, just a slip stitch. And now you can go ahead and cut your yarn and thread your ends through. And here we have it. Look how cute. Cute little wheel. Those puff stitches add a nice little touch in the middle, making it look a little bit different. And then you've got those kind of petals around it that are a little bit thinner. Super duper pretty. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.